Good morning, Delaware.
Oh, that's real good.
Welcome to this week's pre-recorded worship service from Ezion Fair Baptist Church.
Your devastation, it can be turned to your deliverance.
Wilmington's most exciting church. And now for this week's pre-recorded worship service.
Here are this week's announcements. Good morning, Ezion Fair family. Join us every Sunday as we worship together in the sanctuary at 10 a.m. Join us on Facebook or YouTube every Sunday at 10 a.m. by typing in Ezion Fair Baptist Church and subscribe to stay up to date with our broadcast. We are Wilmington's most exciting church. Our national prayer and meditation calls occur every Wednesday and Sunday morning at 5 a.m. This is our time as a people of God to hear an encouraging word and pray for miracles in every aspect of our lives. Join our national prayer and meditation call directly by dialing 319-527-2650. Sunday school is held every Sunday at 9 a.m. in the fellowship hall. Join us as we explore the fundamentals of our faith. Prayer is key for our access to the Lord. Join us every Wednesday for our noonday prayer sessions in the sanctuary at 12 p.m. There are 4 ways to give here at Ezion Fair. 1. Through the PushPay app. 2. Through Zelle with trustees at ezionfairchurch.org. 3. Through check by mail addressed to 1400 B Street, Wilmington, Delaware, zip code 19801. And 4. On the website at myezionfair.org. Click the giving button and follow the provided steps. Thank you for supporting our Ezion Fair family. If you are in need of transportation to the church and do not have a vehicle of your own, give the transportation ministry a call by Friday at 5 p.m. to have a ride arranged for you. Call at 302-652-9114. Extension 110.
Divine providence is God actively guiding and governing the affairs of the universe. It's about God always being on the scene, in the scene, and working behind the scenes of our personal experiences. Stay with me. He's there ensuring that whatever is happening in our current reality, God is working in and through it despite of it. In other words, despite of the devastation you may have experienced, God is working in it. Today you have to come to a conclusion. Either you will trust God or you need to walk away. The enemy is not going to stop attacking you because the enemy knows what's inside of you. You may not know your worth like the enemy knows it, but there is a destiny where God is going to bless your coming in and your going out. Satan recognizes the hand of God on your life. And because he recognizes it, he's constantly attacking you. He attacked you with the toast this morning. He attacked you with the person cutting you off while on the way to church. He attacked you with nobody just greeting you at the front door. He just wants to attack you. Can I tell you why? Because there's something inside of you. Oh, listen to me. When it seems like there's no cosmic connection or divine intervention in your life, know this, if you don't know anything else, the hand of God is still working. You will never reach the period of your sentence until God says so. Satan can say what he wants. He can roar as loud as he wants to. Who gets the last say? His name is Jesus. So I need somebody to lift up their head and stop being so sorrowful because you're going through what you're going through. Here's the big grow up moment. You're not the first one and you won't be the last one. But since you're not the first one, let me tell you about the God you serve. If you get through this, there's gifts on the other side. Somebody ought to praise him for that. Divine providence reminds us that God remains where he was while leaving where he used to be and already arriving at where he's headed. Oh, that's a little deep, Pastor. Okay. Stay with me. Here's the crux of the matter. Our God is omnipresent. That's what I meant, Sister Ashley, when I said God remains where he was while leaving where he used to be and already arriving where he's headed. He's there. He's here. He's everywhere. All at the same time. So hear me carefully. While we're trying to get through, this shocked me and messed me up. While we're trying to get through the right now, God has already moved, working and operating in the not yet. Which means by the time we summons the courage and faith to shift to the not yet, God has already transformed it into the no longer. In other words, you're just trying to catch up with God has already done. Oh, God help me today. It's God who stands on the outside of time and space to accomplish eternal ends. Dr. Gardner Taylor, who's former pastor of Brother, what's your name? Kyrie. He's known for saying that he describes the omnipresent God as the God hidden hand in history. In other words, God isn't in front on display, but don't get worried, because he's editing the contents of what's going to be the outcome. He may not be in front of you where you can see him. That's why we live by faith. Look at your neighbor and say faith. We forget to tell ourselves we're not walking by sight. You see the hurt, you see the pain, you see the frustration, but we who are believers, we don't walk by what we see. We walk by what we know. I know my Redeemer lives. I know my God can do anything but fail. I know where my help comes from. I know who's my healer. I know who's my deliverer. I don't care what it looks like. I don't care what it sounds like. I don't care what they said. My help, my hope, my deliverance, my peace, it all comes from my God. I wished I had somebody in church today. All of this speaks to God's providence. No matter how deeply frustrated you may get over the events of your experiences, God is always there. Providence proclaims that not only is God there, but God is everywhere, ultimately working for his good. Nations, my brothers and sisters, they report to God. I had to put this in here. Nations, Donald Trump, the Republicans, the Democrats, they must report to God. People work for God. Circumstances, your health, your finances, it all reports to God. And let me not get too fast. This gonna shock some of y'all who scurry. Demons report to God. See, I only got 3 claps. What did he say? Demons must report to God. The devil has power, but God has all power. High five your neighbor and say, I know that's right. God can and will use anybody or anything at any time to do anything he desires. Why? Because he has the power. Watch this. Why? Because he has the power to make all things work together for your good. You stressed out. You stressed out over what you just heard. You stressed out over what you just experienced. But God says, take a chill pill. Know that I can turn your nights into days. Take a chill pill. Know that I can bridge every gap in your life. I didn't think preaching was going to be this hard today, but I need somebody who came to church today stressed out. You came to church worried about what the report had to say. Way with the report. Way with whatever anybody got to say. What Jesus says is what I'm going to go off of. If Jesus says I'm healed, my brother, my sister, I'm healed. If Jesus say I'm free, I don't care about no prison. I don't care about no judge. I don't care about no lawyer. I'm going to walk in. God makes everything work. You remember the story of Joseph? This just came in my spirit. Joseph was hated by his brothers. They didn't like him. They were jealous of him. Now, one thing, Reverend Wilson, you don't want nobody to be jealous of you, because they'll kill you. Throw you in a ditch, Sell you to the Ishmaelites? Put you in prison because you won't do what they want you to do? His brothers did so much to him. And he didn't get bitter. Now, Brother Mike, now I gotta be honest. I'm still growing. Please be patient with me. If some of what they did to him, they did to me, I would need prayer. I would need some of y'all to fast, because I ain't gonna fast on that one. But he didn't get bitter because he knew that whatever they did, the only way they could do it is if God gave them permission to do it. Stop putting your issues above your God. It can't hit you unless God permits it. And if God permits it, that means he got something coming up out of it. You can't grow because you're so worried about where life have landed you. But God is saying, hold up. I'm trying to stretch you. Hold up. I'm trying to enlarge you so that when the thing I have for you, you can walk right into it. And that, my brothers and sisters, is the tapestry of the text for today. I set you up good. The book of Esther is a Hebrew story all about divine providence. The 10 chapters describe life for the Hebrew people. As a religious minority, their lives were in constant danger. They had no army, no king, and no land to which they could call their own, causing the powers that surrounded them to perpetually seek to destroy them. They were the descendants of Abraham, who had been captured in captivity in the beginnings, as Sharif, of their captivity. Whenever they were in trouble, when they first went into captivity, whenever they were in trouble, God sent miraculous signs and wonders. But when we arrive to the book of Esther, it's a different story. God seems to be completely absent. Somebody say absent. Stay with me. In fact, there's no mention, theologians in the room, of God's name in the entire book of Esther. His name is not mentioned at all. There's no vision, no dream, no prayer or prophecy from God. Yet, this account in the Hebrew people's history is one of the most realistic accounts of God's providence. Somebody say providence. Simply because God appeared absent. I got to stop there for a second. For all of you who are upset because it appears that God is absent, providence is at work. Let me show you. Did you hear the pastor, or were you sleeping or playing on your phone when he said at the beginning, oh God, I feel this, at the beginning of their journey, God always showed up. They called him, he showed up. He would send a word and things would happen. But now they're at a place where they can't hear from God. Now they're at a, can I help somebody real quickly? You're not in the crib no more. You're not in the toddler school no more. You want to know why it seems like you can't hear from God? Because God has moved you from having to always hear from him to now begging you activate your faith and trust him. Listen to me, listen. This whole notion of God appearing to be absent, it shows that God, the God who is unseen, works on the scene to bring about divine intervention in the scene. Can't see him, but he's there. Not by, watch this, he ain't gonna show up by a miraculous intervention, but God shows up by ordinary events. Listen, God is not gonna show up in your situation based on something big happening. He gonna have something little that's gonna change your world. Stay with me. The context to our text is about a king by the name of Ahasuerus. Y'all know it. And I pride myself in learning these names. Okay, I am from Africa. Continent clusters mess me up, so forgive me. The king hosted a 6-month party. The kvasavi was pouring. They were having a ball. Like you were last night, Chris. Yeah, And at the end of, watch this, of the 180 days of binge drinking, he hosted an additional 7-day after party. When I first read this text, I said, this king must have been a Q. Let me stop. But look, after he did the 6 months, he did an additional 7 days of partying. It was during the 7 days, I'm giving you the context, after during the after party, while he and his cronies were still drunk, that he required of his wife, Queen Vashti, to parade before he and his friends with no clothes on. He's the king. What I say you do, I own you. Me and my cronies are drunk, and I need to let them see what I'm working with. That ain't in the Bible. What he talking about? It's right there in the Bible. Queen Vashti was supposed to live at the will of her husband. But she declined his invitation because she refused to be disrespected. For all of you who got to be something else for somebody in order to keep them in your life, it's time to let them go. I got to be this, I got to be that in order for you to like me. Listen, they don't like you if you got to be something else. They like somebody else and want you to be there, somebody else. I ain't got no help in church today. If you got to be somebody else, tell them hit the road, Jack, and don't you come back no more. I am who I am. I am blessed. I'm fearfully made. I don't have to change who I am. I know you the king, but because you the king don't mean I have to bow down. I want you to, I want you to twerk. Oh. But I can imagine Queen Vashti saying, I'm too gifted, I'm too anointed, I'm too blessed to have to deal with your mess. I ain't doing nothing. But stay with the story. Stay with the story. Stay with the story. When she told him no, but I want you to watch this now. She was stripped of her position. The king then launched a new search for a new queen. What you better be paying attention to while I'm preaching is the hand of God. Okay? The queen said no. She got booted. Now the king says, I can do better. Watch the story. What some thought was coincidence, it was really providence. Because the silent, sovereign, hidden hand of God was working to later save those who trusted him. Let's look at the trajectory of the events. There was a drunken king, a self-respecting queen, a nationwide search, and an orphan girl. Each of these elements were tools crafted and directed by the hand of God. In other words, God used ordinary events and circumstances to achieve an extraordinary purpose. All because Esther had a date with destiny. If you're listening to me today, you may not understand why the twists and the turns are happening in your life. It's because you got a date with destiny. If you don't hear nothing else I say today, know you got a date with destiny. Why are my children acting the way they're acting? You got a date with destiny. Why can't I get my cholesterol down? Why can't I get this right? You got a date with destiny. Why won't things work in my favor? Why is the government doing what it's doing? You, personally, you got a date with destiny. God is going to bless you with what he has for you, but you got to get through the season that you in right now. So far, I brought you to a place where the king wanted his queen to do something crazy, and the queen said no, and he booted her out. But the critical question in this story today is, how would Esther, the orphan girl, get from where she was, this poor, rejected orphan, to her date with destiny? Here's the question. Here's your question, and I'm gonna go home. No, I'm not. I'm gonna stay around. Here's the question. What does God use to get us to our date with destiny? Could you help me and look at your neighbor and say, what does God use to get us our date with destiny? Here's number one. Our past pain. See, you thought it wasn't worth nothing. You thought you was going through what you was going through and it's all wasted. God don't even waste your tears. He bottles them up. Listen to me. In Esther chapter 2, verse 7, we're introduced to a slave orphan girl by the name of Hadassah. Hadassah was the Hebrew birth name, but when placed in captivity, the Persian oppressors named her Esther. Somebody say Esther. When we meet her, both of her parents were deceased, and her cousin Mordecai was her guardian. Stay with me. It was through her past pain as an orphan, not having nothing, having dry moments in her life, not knowing how to be reared by a loving mother and a loving father, having the deficiencies in her life. It was in that moment that she was broken enough to be available to be used by God. You want to know why you go through what you go through? God is saying, I got to break you before I can make you. Never discard the pain you go through, because it very well may be the platform for how God will use you. Japanese poet and author Kenji Maizui, I said that right, once said, "We must embrace pain and burn it as fuel for our journey." Pain is a part of our process. Anything that grows will experience some form of pain, which means if we avoid all pain, we also avoid all growth. Oftentimes, watch this, the difference between where we are and where God wants us to be is the pain that we're willing to endure. Here's a fact for those of you who are in the midst of pain and you don't know how you're going to make it through it. Here's a fact I want to give you. Regardless of what comes your way, I want you to understand this: God is faithful. I know it may seem a little cliche-ish, but the truth of the matter is God is faithful. And even as I'm preaching to you right now, you trying to decipher the things that's going on in your life, I wanted to open up by telling you the hand of God is all in it. God is going to work it out. You got to believe and trust that he is really faithful. God uses pain for his purpose in our lives, because pain teaches us how to depend on God. Pain reminds us that we need God. Pain purifies our motives. Pain keeps us humble and moves us and pushes us to pray. And even though we may experience pain, it will always be worth the progress. Listen to me. I would have never gotten to where I am had I not experienced the pain that I went through. People will read the cover of your book, but until they understand the content in your book, they'll never understand how you had to go through many dangers, toils, and snares to get to where you are. Because listen to me, wherever God leads you, he will be with you. Whatever pain life issues you, God says, I'm going to use it as a platform to push you to your next level. There's an author by the name of Philip Yancey. In his book, Reaching for the Invisible God, related his discovery of an ambidextrous faith. Somebody say ambidextrous. There you go. Somebody said it totally right. He said he shared how he was able to get through the tough moments in his life by holding God's blessings in his right hand and life difficulties in his left, while trusting that God would use both of them to accomplish his divine purpose for his life. In other words, he came to the conclusion that in life there's going to be some good days. In life there's going to be some bad days. But God is the stirrer. And when we come out, we're going to be stronger than we ever been before. Do I have a witness in here? And I don't know about you, but I've learned that pain don't last always. I've learned that trouble don't last always. I learned that weeping don't last always. I learned that things don't always go the way I want them to go. But one thing I found out about God, he's an ever-present help. Do I have a witness in here? He's an ever-present help. When you're sick, he becomes your doctor. When you're in trouble, he becomes your lawyer. Do I have a witness in here? You got to take the pain and recognize that God is working something in your life. Do I have a witness in here? I don't know what's happening in your life, but I need you to lift up your head and recognize that God is working it out. God is fixing it. The pain won't take you out. God is in control. Everything that we go through, everything, somebody say everything, everything that we go through is working for our good and God's glory. 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 Our good, I don't like it, it's not feeling good. Our good, but God's glory. He's gonna come through. He's gonna show out. He's gonna make it right. He's gonna turn it. Do I have a witness in here? Is there anybody in church who didn't know how it was gonna turn out? But when God showed up, he got the glory. Why are you shouting? Because God is getting the glory. I should have been dead a long time ago. When I was in the crack house, I should have OD'd, but God kept me. Do I have any witnesses in here? I should have been gone a long time ago, but I'm still here, giving God glory, giving God honor. Number two, not only does God use our past pain, but he also uses life's present predicaments. Somebody say life's present predicaments. Esther's advance came on the heels. Watch this now. This is going to be a quick point. Esther's advance came on the heels of Queen Vashti's unfair demise. Stay with me. Because Queen Vashti was an honorable and upright woman. And what happened to her just wasn't fair. Somebody stay with me. But hear me, man of God. Hear me, woman of God. Life isn't always fair. Could you high five your neighbor and say, that's so true? Watch this. It's not fair that the richest country on the planet, that only 1% of the people holds about 30% of the nation's wealth. It's not fair that Donald Trump has immunity to do whatever he wants. And if a poor young black male make a minor mistake, he's thrown in jail. It's not fair that immigrants who are the reason why America is so great are treated like trash. It's not fair that one mother can raise 12 children and not 12 children can help one mother. I ain't gonna get no help on that one. It's not fair that we can find the funding for a $300 million White House makeover to keep billionaires' shoes from getting muddy, but we can't find funding to provide relief for the hungry and starving children. It's not fair. But my brothers and sisters, sometimes life is just not fair. And even though sometimes life ain't fair, it's not fair even when you are doing the right thing. Because it's not that you're doing the right thing that's causing things to go so haywire. It's really because life is just crazy. Life is just against God. And I want you to understand something, my brothers and sisters, for all of you who are doing everything you can to do what is right in the sight of God. I want to say this to you. Sometimes things gonna hit you wrong as well. Because you do right, it doesn't mean that things gonna always work in your favor. Can I tell you why? Because you become a threat to the enemy. You become a threat to the kingdom of darkness. And when you doing right, the enemy wants to get rid of you and take you off the planet. But listen to me, doing right will make the kingdom of darkness say, I gotta kill her, I gotta get rid of her. But aren't you glad you covered? Because when you covered, it doesn't matter what the enemy is trying to do, God is always gonna block it. Yes, he will. Last night you were supposed to have the heart attack, but God blocked it. The other day they were supposed to run you over with the car, but God blocked it. And my brothers and sisters, don't you be wearied in your well-doing. You gotta keep trusting God. You gotta keep believing God, even in a world where things are not always fair. Look. This means that there are times when things will go wrong also to make you right. Did you know that it's our storms that teaches us how to survive? Most people don't learn stuff when everything is easy. It's our struggles that make us strong. It's our battles that birth and bring our blessings to fruition. It's our pain that makes us more powerful, passionate, and purposeful. Sometimes when we do right and things go wrong, it teaches us how to hold our peace and let the Lord fight our battle. Going back to the text, it wasn't right what happened to Vesti. She lost her position because she wouldn't sacrifice her self-respect. But what I want you to see here is this. Even though Xerxes, who was the Persian king plotting to kill all of the Hebrew people, even though he thought that his power was going unchecked, God was working something that he was not aware of. Boy, if I had some theologians, they would just hit a home run. Y'all didn't catch it. He thought like Donald Trump, I can do what I want to do when I want to do it. But what they failed to realize is that God is still in control. And temporary success doesn't mean permanent will be therein. And when I looked at this text, I said, it's not right what happened to the queen. But Xerxes, something is working. My brother, my sister, I don't like what's happening to you, but something is working. God is doing something. Don't talk, don't scream, don't cry. Hold your peace and let God fix it. Because as you read this story, you will find that God was going to use Esther in a way that is unfathomable. He's going to use her in a way that nobody has ever been used before, which kind of leads me to my final point today. Not only does God use our past pain and life's present predicaments, but he also uses his providential plans. Somebody say providential. Come on, wake up and say providential. His providential plans. Mordecai, who was the cousin, you remember him now, that raised this little orphan girl, heard through the grapevine that there was going to be a new search for a new queen. Now Mordecai was working around the city gates. He wasn't in a high position, but he had heard that somebody was looking, not somebody, but the king was looking for a new queen. And the text testified that Esther was so beautiful. I don't know if you read the story, but man, she was fine. I'm going to tell you what the text says. The text says that she was so fine that when the king saw her, he was stunned. Look at your neighbor and say, that's fine. The first time he laid eyes on her. Whoa. Donita, where you at? She ain't here today. If she was here, she'll be with me on this one. She was so fine, is what the Commodores sang later. She's a brick. Mighty, just letting it all. This sister was fine. And the king selected her. But there's tension in this text. Preachers, there's a problem in this text. I need y'all to hear me, and I'm done for today. I know I didn't holler like y'all wanted me to, but I'm going to give it, and I got to go. But I need you to understand there's a problem in this text. Esther was a Jew. The king was a Persian. No. It's not going to happen. Persians didn't like Jews. And Jews didn't like Persians. But she was a brick house. Watch this. She had no business even being a part of the lineup for the next king. Stop talking about what you don't have. Stop talking about what you are not. You don't have to have it. You don't have to be it. If God has his hand on you, you everything he needs in order to make it happen. I ain't trying to preach to y'all right now. But look. She had no business being in that lineup. When God has his hand on you, he'll put you in places and spaces where under normal conditions, you wouldn't even be able to be. Listen, but in line with the providential plan of God, Esther had become so acculturated. Somebody say acculturated. She had become so acculturated in the Persian culture that she spoke, walked, dressed, and act like the Persians. You see, God knows how to get you blended in order to make the miracle come to pass. Nobody was able to detect any difference in her ethnicity. Had she been told, or had somebody said that she was a Jewish woman, she would have missed her date with destiny. But listen to me, God's providence perfected her and protected her through her hurt, through her pain, that she would be able to be the next person who would be the queen. And my brothers and sisters, I'm not finished yet. And there was a beginning and there is an end to this story. And that's where our text begins. Life for Esther. She had moved into the palace. She was so fine and handling everything, and all things were great. She was living. When God blesses you, you better not forget from which you've come. Can I say that to somebody? There are people who get upset with me because I'm always talking about the projects. That's where I came from, and that's what built me. Stop trying to be something you're not because you went to the university and now you speak with good grammar and you think you better than somebody else. The devil is a liar. You steal from the project, and you gotta recognize what the projects did for you. I had to take a drink on that one. But listen to me. She's up in the palace and everything is great. Everything is wonderful. Oh, look at her. She's making it. She's legislating. She's doing all the great things. But her uncle sends word to her. Wait a minute. I walked where God wanted me to walk. I did what God wanted me to do. But now my uncle is calling me. What's up, Unc? Help me to understand what what you going through. He said, listen to me, Esther, our people about to die. Our people about to go under. The king, he's going to kill all of them. Wait a minute. And his uncle, the uncle is one of those project uncles. He reminded her, don't act like you so cute now, baby, because you up in the palace. Because if they die, you gonna die too. Because somebody gonna discover that he married a Jew. But wait a minute, let me tell you what happened. Esther decided, I may be an orphan girl, but I can hear destiny calling my name. She thought that her destiny was to marry the king, and that was the end of the story. God will put you in places where you are so happy just to get you ready for the next level. She was not ultimately just supposed to be the queen, but she was to save her people. The date with destiny is now on the horizon. She had to save her people, and I can tell you the end of the story. She saved her people, but listen to me. While it was dangerous, while it was a law, if you go near the king without him bidding you to come, you would be stoned to death. Did y'all hear what I said? I'm married to him. I'm gonna go see the king. You better not go, because if you go, you can be stoned to death. To all my brothers and sisters who sitting in these cushy jobs and you acting like I ain't got no worries in the world, but we got hunger everywhere. We got problems everywhere. We got teenage suicide everywhere. You cannot sit comfortable. The uncle said to her, come on now, you're gonna have to tell the king, because the king had compassion on the Jewish people, but Xerxes, he couldn't stand them. But listen to me, God set her up for her date with destiny. She's now in the palace, and being in the palace, she got the ear of the king. But what's between her and the king was the law. You come near him, and she had already saw him within a 30-day period. She shouldn't see him again. But I heard her say, pray for me, pray for me, pray for me. Come on, look at your neighbor and say, pray for me, pray for me, pray for me. I'm about to go now, because now my destiny is calling my name. My destiny is calling me. Pray for me. And I'm going to see the king. And when I go, if I perish, let me perish. Can I stop there? If God has given you a destiny, don't let nothing get in the way of what God wants to do. Don't let no demon, no rule, no person, and no shortcoming stop you from being who God has designed you to be. God says you got a date. You're going through trouble because the date is drawing nigh. Don't give up. Don't give in. You gotta trust God and believe that God, He will work it out. God, He will make a way. So my word to you is rise, shine, and give God the glory. Rise, shine, and give God all the glory. And lift up your head and be lifted up. Don't let your troubles get you down. Don't let your hurts cause you to be estranged. Let God arise and his enemies be scattered. Let God arise and everything that's against God, He'll fix it. God, He'll work it. Do I have a witness? Do I have a witness?
That concludes this week's pre-recorded broadcast. Join us every Sunday morning for our in-person service at 10 a.m. or watch our live stream over on YouTube or Facebook at Ezion Fair Baptist Church. And don't forget to tune in to our other shows, Coffee with Curry at 11 a.m. and The Source at 5 p.m. Stay blessed, and we'll see you next Sunday.